What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the Brew Lab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the Brew Lab, I'm coming at you with some statistics. As I'm recording this, it's Monday morning, which means during the weekend they usually have the various events on MTG Online. So I'm just going to pull up a little window capture over here. Let me just, before I continue, just reiterate a point I've made many times over the course of my videos. If you're on Twitter and you're into Magic the Gathering and you do not yet follow Robert Taylor, aka Fire Shoes, what are you doing? Go give the guy a follow. He's an absolute, gem of a human being, and constantly posting out information, deck list, updates. Like, if you want to know what's going on in the Magic world, it's probably your best source after the... it might even be better than the official MTG website. So, so Robert Taylor, he always posts the results from these standard challenges. And I was a little bit surprised, but not super surprised. I have actually mentioned this in the last few videos, the resurgence of Mono Black. Liliana, Gix's Command, replacing things like Invoke Despair that were in the the previous iterations of Mono Black before the bans, and it's taken a bit of time to get to this point. I think also mostly due to the fact that a lot of people were jumping onto Selesnya enchantments, and enchantments are something that Mono Black, especially now considering that Invoke Despair is gone, struggles to deal with. So Mono Black faded off for a little while, but first, second, third, and fourth place were all Mono Black. So, I think it's pretty indicative of where the meta is going right now. I was a little bit taken aback, I must admit, and there is some slight difference between the various lists here. And what I'm going to be doing today is just picking the top one. The person who came first, and I'll be jamming it on the channel. So, of course, I play best of one. So we'll just make some slight adjustments. How can we do this? Download deck list. I mean, okay, we can just copy it quite easily. So let me jump back into the client. Boop. Decks. Build. I don't do this often enough. A little bit of a pro keys situation here where let's build the brew on the fly. So the guy who came first was Fur MTG, and so let me just go get his one. Sorry, guys, just one moment. Bear with me. There we go. So it's a full playset of Graveyard Trespasser. No surprises there. Beep. Still the better option while it's still in standard, as opposed to the new what are they called, the scavenger guys. Then it's got 3 Tenacious Underdogs. Again, no surprises there. 3 of those. Then we got 4 Evolved Sleepers. Full playset of Sheoldred. Then of course I'm just, because they have access to sideboards, I'm gonna make some slight adjustments that I think will make the deck a little bit better for best of one. Then a full playset of the old Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Love the card. And I'll just put it over here in the 3-drop slot where it belongs. Then, of course, cut down, full playset. Go for the throat, full playset. And 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 lands. So 3 Foundries. Oop, Mishra, no, it's Mishra. And we need to also click the uncolorless. 3 Mishra's Foundries. 1 1 Takenuma, and 22 basics. So 26 lands. A little bit more than I would probably put. And then it's a full play set of Liliana. Ooh, not a card I'm a huge fan of playing. And then Gix's Command. And that's the deck. So let's give credit where credit is due. Mono black. Let's go. So now, you know, this is a typical best of 3 type of a list where you have a lot of 4-ofs that could honestly be okay as 3-ofs, because then once you're going into the sideboard, you can adjust a little bit. And I would say the Path of Perils deserve at least a 2-of. So I'm going to cut, I'm also going to cut one of the Sheoldred. So let's go Path of, beg your pardon. Phyrexian Arena is what I meant to say. 2 of those, because card draw, right? And then the other one of that I wanted to bring in was... Okay, and then I'm also going to cut 1 Go for the Throat and 1 Cut Down. And Edict. Actually, you know what? I'm going to even just go 2 Edicts. And then, we still got a little bit of wiggle room. I'm just looking at his sideboard over here. He's got the 5-mana Sheoldred. And I think that is what I'm going to go for here. Mishra, he's got Duress, Path of Peril. Nah, I don't want to have... I mean, it's nice to have a sweeper, but I think the 3 Gix's commands are going to be doing a fair job of keeping that under control for us. So I'm going to bring in just 1 of the 5-mana Sheoldred. And that's my take on Mono Black for Best of 1. And I think it's going to kick some absolute butt. Like I've been saying a few times now, the only deck that I feel I may have a little bit of trouble with is Selesnya Enchantments, but we're running into that less and less these days, so it should be an absolute banger of a list. I may even cut like 1 more land and go down to 25, and maybe bring in like 1 copy of Sorin as an additional Planeswalker. I think that would be pretty cool, but the core is still there, of course, and I don't even really feel the need to talk too much about these cards, because this shell's been around for a very long time. I think the only real key takeaway here is the Phyrexian Arena just doing its best to replace Bankbuster. But we're also drawing cards with the Blitzed in Tenacious Underdog. We can draw some cards with the Evolved Sleeper. It should be just absolutely fine. So that is my take. Best-of-One-Ified version of Firm MTG's Mono Black that just won the MTG Online Standard Challenge. And I think it's about time that we jump into some games and see how the deck performs on the Mythic ladder. And then, yeah, since this, I've just created it, it's a clean slate as far as stats. We'll be able to just gauge quite quickly the performance in Best of 1. I think, I mean, we all know that it's a completely different beast, Best of 1 and Best of 3, but it should still be very, very strong. Oh, wow. Mr. 80%er? Just amazing. All such good cards individually. Let's give him the old hello, good game. Mr. Cougar Alvir looks to be playing some kind of control deck, unfortunately. Oh, that's just fantastic. Fading Hope. Elspeth Smite. Nice. Counterspell? No? Okay. Definitely a control deck. More and more and more control in unbelievable quantities. But the opponent didn't find his 4th land and decided that that was enough. Yay! A game 1 victory? Oh, I always feel like that sets the mood for the night, and I hope we get a nice undefeated streak. It's been a bit of a rough couple of videos, with some good wins, but not, you know, considering what preceded this little bad stretch was like 3 or 4 videos of undefeated runs on ladder. I'm in the mood for a bit more of those. Not only do they make for some great clickbaity titles, it also makes me feel like I'm a pro. Ryosuke Shinoda. Japanese opponent. Feel like in general, oh god, not this, anything but this. We do have a very good 1-drop for this, because it, you know, we can just scale up. They do have Fading Hope though, so again, this continues to be my least favorite matchup, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was recording a YouTube video and I was just playing some games, I would have already conceded. We're also flooding like crazy. I'm gonna cut a land. If we can land one of these Trespassers, it will be a pretty good thing, because we can eat some of these spells in his yard. Oh! Okay. That's a bit of a shocker. Come on. Counter it. I know you want to. What? Okay. Cool. Then maybe is it another person who's playing those Elspeth Smites? Let's find out. So why would mono blue splash white? What is actually going on here? I even had to make disappear in hand, and he didn't go for it. The Terror. Honestly, one of the most ridiculous cards in recent times, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Doesn't really matter. And let's pass the turn. Double Tolarian Terror. What a card, eh? Just a black... Well, how much did he cast that for? I missed it, but not a lot of mana for a 5/5 Ward 2. At common? Very nice card. Interesting. Interesting. Extremely interesting. Nice, man. Cool deck. Ay, caramba. Yeah, definitely gonna block that. At least one of them. Now we can slap down the Sheoldred to start, because he has to get rid of one of the terrors. And then we pass the turn again. Wonder why the white, other than, you know, what we've seen so far, which are fine cards, of course. You know, Sunset Revelry, little extra card draw with the Faithful Mending, but there's got to be a better reason than that. Anyway, he's got the 10 cards in library. I mean, in graveyard, so we can activate the Sheoldred here. I'm just hoping he doesn't... Wow. Are you somehow just slightly lucky, or am I tripping? Huh. So, this costs 5 to do, which leaves us only with 1 mana available. Also, my sleeper here will die if I go for the command. So, I'm gonna first level up the sleeper, and play another Fleshgorger. Or, you know, my first Fleshgorger. And then that means next turn we can go Gix's command and do, you know, the destroy 2 or less, and then get him to sack one of his Tolarian Terrors. And then we'll go for the flipping of the Sheoldred, because then we'll have enough mana to also pay the ward to force him to... Or no, the flipped side does an actual target creature. And now at least we have an Evolved Sleeper that can block Tolarian Terror for some Death Touch action. I haven't seen any Fading Hopes yet, but doesn't mean he doesn't have them. Actually, I would say there's a pretty high chance that he does. Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm actually pretty okay with that. Maybe as depopulate. 40 Jin. And then we win the game. Yay! Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. I have no idea. Any person that plays these two cards together in the same deck. Okay, he splashed white for some reason, but still, the Haughty Jin Tolarian Terror plan, and so happy to get around that one. I think it's probably not a very good idea to be splashing that white if that's your plan. Just put more counter spells in. Because that's the only way you really win. Alright. So another few little brew labifications on the fly. I'm definitely going to cut one more land. And I think if I'm doing that, we might actually just cut one of the foundries. And then I want to bring in... Like I said, a 4-drop of some kind. I'm starting to think... You know, because we're playing best of one, maybe the Phyrexian Obliterator is the way to go. Alright. Sneaky one of Obliterator. Let's jump into game 3. One land less. Hopefully that wasn't a too bad idea. We've gone down to 25. That's my sweet spot for a deck that doesn't, like, go over 5, you know, mana curve. There's not even a card with, like, an X in its casting cost or anything, so... I feel like 25 is okay. I can see why, especially people that are playing like a top level in best of 3 competitive sort of things, they're gonna be trying to put more. But I'm okay with that. On a red, baby. Okay, so there's no Kumano to exile our underdog, so I'll just pop you down on the BF. See what you got for me, Mr. Dalwyn Iron Fist. Now I'm pretty happy I put in that Obliterator. Let's just hope we draw it. That's pretty cool, because now the Liliana can come down a minus, and he doesn't have another creature to... You know, everything has haste in mono red, but still, I'd rather kill that than a Phoenix chick. Kumano faces Kakazan. What a card. I mean, it even does damage to Planeswalkers. What a card Kumano is. Incredible, incredible uncommon. Okay. Of course, but this is great against mono red, right? Because whatever we can do to stop him going face... Cool. Or, you know, using up his burn spells on my face instead of elsewhere is a good thing. Let's see if he's got the, if it's the Thundering Raiju version or the Mechanized Warfare version. Now he can't kill our sleeper, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind a Sheoldred as well. We've got 3 copies. I haven't seen one yet in 3 matches. Oh, that's also freaking fantastic top deck. Against red with the life gain. Let's start applying some pressure of our own. And we've got mono red in a position where he's basically top decking. Like, he's got very little left. Sure. What have you got? Also a play with fire to flip the invasion of Regatta into Disciples of the Inferno. You may want to try catch me unawares and like flip it during my... Okay. Okay, cool. Not the most incredible use of your mana, I don't think, my friend. Hello! My name's Sheoldred. So I'm on level 2 already. Yes, I can draw another card here. Yes, we lose 1 life, but we also gain 3. I'm feeling pretty confident we've got this one covered. Let's see what they can pull out of the hat. Dalwyn Iron Fist. There's your Kumano. A little late. Bye-bye now. Please don't come again. I hope this signals like a bit of a shift away from this nonsense, but the type of people that love just spamming mono red all the time will always just spam mono red all the time. That's just it is a really good deck. It's also very beginner friendly. It's also very you know, budget friendly. So I get it, and I enjoy playing mono red myself. But it's getting to the point now where the current iteration has been like very overplayed for quite a long time, and I'm just getting a bit bored of it, honestly. I wanted to check what were the daily deals. Looks like some elf stuff. And oh, another Lord of the Rings pack. Can you imagine I've already got this much and I haven't like cracked, you know, bought a single pack. I've just been playing a bit of draft. All right. Didn't feel like the mana was a problem. We didn't draw the Obliterator, but whatevs. There was a Sheoldred in our hand there, and the arenas. We were able to draw 1 card off of our sleeper. Playing against Ignacio. There you are. I hope it is another mono red player, even though we have the Mishra's Foundry, which is preventing us from fully curving out. Let's see if we draw more black mana, then we can play it on 4. That'll be pretty sweet. Kinda... Okay, control deck. I guess, maybe not. Could still be soldiers, or it's looking very much like a control deck. So probably a turn 5 Sunfall coming in my face. Does he have the Elspeth Smites from game 1? Jesus, hey? Starting to make a little bit of an appearance then. I was surprised it took so long. This card's great. Very good card. It's basically just the white version of like Lightning Bolt. I mean, 3 damage for 1 mana. With a slight caveat. The thing needs to be attacking or blocking. No biggie. And then Exile. As all mono white stuff seems to be doing these days. Ah, did you miss your land drop? Feels so bad for you. Not. And we found our 4th swamp, so we can just play out the Obliterator. If he doesn't play a 3rd land, I'll feel quite confident in dropping that. Let's see. I think we're getting a little bit of salty ropey. Okay, you did find your land. So then I am not going to do the Obliterator. Unless he goes for another Elspeth Smite. Okay, cool. Not looking good though. Could be depopulate, could be anything right now, or, you know, just Wandering Emperor, honestly. Okay, we got Sheoldred's Edict. Now it's probably gonna get Wandering Emperor. Or Sunfall. Deluge. Does that mean we go in with the Phyrexian Obliterator plus Foundry for 7, or do we Gix's Command and put, you know, the Gorger back in our hand and put some life gain and I mean, it's the same amount of damage, right? 7, and then the 2 +1/+1. Yeah, I think let's do that. Farewell. If it is, pretty happy that we got the Obliterator. I mean, the Fleshgorger out of our hand, out of our graveyard when we did. Okay. Life gain, no bueno. Well, isn't that nice? Things with ward are good. Yeah. Oh, if you've got a counter spell, good for you. I feel like just playing against control right now is just a question of crossing your fingers and hoping they don't have Sunfall. Unbelievable pile of crap. What a stupid, stupid card. Oh, we got 27 life, so this is our card advantage engine on the board against the color that can definitely deal with the arena, but who knows? Ah, flips to nighttime. Ooh. Alright. That's pretty cute. It leaves us with enough mana for the cut down, which we can do on the incubator there. And if it's our good friend, the Wandering Ass. Hope they ban this card in August, you know, whenever the ban announcement is. Late August, early September. It's the one card I really wish would just please leave my life for good. Okay. Now we have a question here. Let's see. If he turns on the incubator to kill my land, then we go for the cut down. And then we'll keep the Edict for the Wandering Emperor next turn. Yeah, bugger off. And we still got 1 mana left to upgrade the Sleeper. Do you have another Elspeth's Nightmare? Oh no, what's it called? Elspeth's Smite? It's got enough mana to cast the Deluge. Oh my god. Please let us beat this guy. Would be really my best thing of the day. Wow, you found all your deluges? Nice.
I'm never done for good. Guards, to me.
Draw 2, discard 2. It's not that cool. Like, I would only ever play this in some sort of Esper or you know, whatever. Oh wow, and you even let go of that second copy of Sunfall? Surprised. I didn't want to burn this Edict, because there's going to be more walkers coming our way for sure. There we go.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
Get out of my face. Is there anything more frustrating than playing against control? I can't think of anything. Oh, Shelly. Oh, Shelly. How good of you to stop by. Get out of here. It's not a very good card. Of course, he... He did that because he still had another one in hand. So that's 3 Sunfalls down. Are they running 4? We've got a nice life buffer that these arenas don't worry me too much. And we're drawing 2 cards every turn, 3 cards every turn. So pretty stoked. And there's Shelly coming in to join the fun. You have another Dissipate? Didn't think so. Please tell me you don't have Sunfall. Okay, well, get rid of both of our arenas. Unhappy Brewmaster. Jace. Don't play Jace and Azorius, guys. I mean, do what you want. I'm not your boss, but I think Jace is better in Dimir or Esper. And just go the full mill plan with all the other good cards like Breach the Multiverse and whatnot. I wouldn't do things this way, honestly. I'm not sure why you would... Oh, there goes your last Sunfall. Can you just concede now and, you know... Now we're gaining so much life thanks to Shelly. Go for the Throat is terrible in this matchup, of course. Wow. Lands. Okay, so cool. We can go like this. Oh no, it's an artifact, of course. In that case, boop. So we need to keep one open to do the thing where this gets bigger, and we got more than enough mana to do that. Go face, and then shablam. So 3-4, game over. Get stuffed, Mr. Control Gamer. Mr. 4 Sunfalls in your deck. You got what you deserved. A beating. A beating from Mono Black, baby. Oh, that felt fantastic. How are we doing for time? 36 minutes in. I feel like we can definitely fit in one more match. The adjustments to the brew have felt fantastic. That one of 5 mana Shelly, also the Sheoldred's Edicts, like... when you end up against something more controlling like this, and also the Phyrexian Arenas, just to like keep the card advantage going and having ways of dealing with Planeswalkers. I win. Do you? Let's find out in the final match of the night. Sleeper, Underdog, Sheoldred. Yes, I think I'll keep that. Thank you. Rakdos, huh? Where's your cut down? No cut down. Mardu. Mardu proliferate? Hello. How good of you to stop by. Look at the artwork on this card, man. Just so sick. Mardu. Mardu Angels? Sure.
I'm the new boss. Go sow some chaos.
Token. Middle one. Don't make the mistake. Let's get rid of this Obnix here. Mardu Walkers? Mardu... I wish I knew what was going on. But I also kind of like it when I don't. I'm worrying about Wandering Emperor, honestly, so... I don't know if I'll attack. Yeah. You think I'm stupid? We all know what this means. 4 untapped mana with white. It can only mean one thing. This card is single-handedly ruining my experience of playing on Arena. Like, I don't feel like doing it anymore because of this card. It's ruining my life. Like, I wish it just would not exist. I feel like it's just, like, everywhere, and I can never just freaking get it out of my way. So, at least... old Soren over here is gonna get a nice hammering now from 5 mana Shelly. Pretty stoked about that. So we got 6 mana. Let's just get rid of Soren for now, and then we'll play these guys out subsequently. He can only swing with the Vamp. Boo! So Mardu Walkers, by the looks of it, pretty sweet. He's definitely got the Aganjo land in hand. And probably also freaking Wandering Emperor. That's nice. We can play both out. If I get hit with another Sunfall, I'm just going to concede and move on to the next game, because this can't be bothered. And I don't want to risk the Emperor, so we'll just chill and see what happens. Yeah. I mean, it's a Mardu Walker's deck with Sunfall, so there's 4 copies of this we need to deal with.
How we greet our enemies.
Alright, let's move on to the next game, I think. He'll probably just allow me to keep the Fleshgorger.
Kneel before the Emperor of Kamigawa.
Cool.
Let your blade do the talking. Until next time, then.
Okay. Wow. Opponent's just been drawing the Gasolina. And we've been drawing the Landolinas. So, what can you do when that happens? Not much, unfortunately. Okay. Thanks, Arena. Thank you. Didn't want to let me have that undefeated streak that I was so desperate for, hey? Thank you. Thank you, Arena. We needed 3 lands there off the top. Just fantastic. On to the next, and no, I'm afraid not. We're at the 45-minute mark. That's going to have to be it. But I think a fairly good showing, dropping 1 match, and even managing to sneak 1 match off of Mr. 4 Sunfalls the previous game. So I'm very happy with the performance. And it's definitely a clear signal to me that Mono Black is well and truly back. And yeah. There's plenty of wiggle room as well as far as the list, because, you know, as you saw, you could copy one of those MTG Online decks and leave it as it is with all the 4-obs and have a sideboard and play it in best of 3. That's probably your best bet if you like best of 3 and you have time, because those matches always take a little bit longer. But if you're going to be jamming Mono Black in best of 1, then I don't think you need all of those 4-obs, which gives you all that wiggle room I was talking about, to bring in things that you prefer, you know? Maybe the Obliterator isn't the right call and it's better to play, you know, Sorin or whatever. As well as, I think the Arena 2-of should be like a staple in this deck. But Liliana, I don't know. Maybe a 2-of is enough. You could bring in an additional something out. Like, there's, all I'm trying to say is, it's not set in stone, and there's plenty of really strong cards that you could put in here instead. I also really like... Oop. Oh, wait, it's Corrupted, not Corrupted. This card, Corrupt. Pretty nice. Even just a 1-of. Like, top deck, late game, poof. Gain 8 life. Swing the game back in your favor. Really quite a fan of this one. There's definitely options, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. Like, how would you build it now in this sort of post-bans, post-Selesnya enchantments hype meta that we're moving into as we, you know, continue to wait for Wilds of Eldraine. I wonder when spoilers start. It's getting to that time of the year where I'm just really frothing for spoilers. I cannot wait until we get to see some Wilds of Eldraine cards. It's going to be a really cool set. and especially considering that it's going to be fully released on the client after they do the big yearly ban that's replacing rotation. It's going to be a wild west. Whole new set entering, and as a famously overpowered, like crazy set as Eldraine is, with a lot of the tribes that I really enjoy playing. You know, plus the bans, there's gonna be lots of room for innovation, and that means lots of brewing possibilities, and those are the times that I love the most. So yeah, really looking forward. But that is it. That's enough blabbing, Lone Fox. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, kindly leaving me a thumbs up. Of course, subscribing to the channel is the best thing you can do. But I also really like your comments, and all those things are free, easy to do, and help a lot with the algorithm, and I much appreciate it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the Brew Lab, signing out. Peace, y'all.